following show features reviews from wildly unprofessional critics operating without the supervision of professionals. The thoughts and opinions held by these individuals are not to be taken seriously and do not come from a place of intellectual integrity. This show doesn't reflect the opinions of Criticless or its users. Viewer discretion is advised.
I'm still here, you shit eaters. Ah! This is America, goddammit! We don't put up with no bullshit!
What's up? What's up? What is up, everybody? Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Criticless Cast Unhinged. We're here. We're doing the thing, and we're early, so I know that might have thrown off a few of you guys, but I'm sure that the stragglers will slowly come in as things go, and I already see plenty of you guys in the chat. But today is going to be an interesting one, because when we do these stranger movies like this one, it's either it could do really, really well, or people will be like, I have no idea what you guys are talking about. Because today we are going to be talking about Death to Smoochy, and this is a really, really weird, obscure movie. It stars Robin Williams and Edward Norton, and this was directed by Danny DeVito. This was one of those sleeper films that just kind of flew under the radar. It came out in 2002, and it was during peak Robin Williams, but this was a dark comedy, almost in the vein of something like Always Sunny, which Danny DeVito, so I guess that kind of tracks to a degree. But I'm really excited to dig into this. I know a lot of you guys were really hyped about us talking about it simply because this movie doesn't get enough love. And so we will dig into it later on. Both of the fellas have not seen it. I hadn't seen it since high school. So it's going to be fun. But we're going to have a shorter show today as well. We're going to cover some news and maybe a few other things. But we are actually going to be leaving this show and going to see the brand new Running Man, which you guys saw some Running Man clips earlier, which hopefully did not get us copyright struck or something. Who knows? Yeah, stricken. But I do need to introduce the usual Spud Specs. I am joined by Mr. Christopher Cowles.
Hello. Greetings.
And Mr. Matt Verlack is here as well.
What's up, everybody?
And like I said, I see a lot of the usual suspects here in the chat. We got in KMPU fan in here, and I see throwing shade already, which obviously we love. And we've got Jeremy Hughes Review. What's going on? Says super hyped. Love this movie. So absolutely. And Life on Marshmallows as well. What's going on, guys? And like I said, with us starting early, I know it's going to be a little bit of a different vibe for today. And I kind of let everybody know that last minute because I honestly just can't keep up anymore. With all these shows, I was talking to the guys and I was like, oh, we've got plenty of time for this movie and we're going to have time to record and everything else. And they're like, dude, it starts when the show is live. And I was like, what are we talking about? And so, yeah, I have no idea what's going on anymore. And which also, it's like now Mondays, I'm on Film Threat, and I've got like a formal regular invite now.
Oh,
so,
yeah?
Yeah.
Dude,
so,
that's awesome.
Yeah, so that'll be cool. So we'll see how much I'm on Film Threat just because it's directly back to back. So it's like 4 to 5 hours of streaming, like all in one block on Monday night.
Hero will be famous.
Yeah, I know, right? But yeah, no, it's fun, and that's a totally different crowd. It's a different vibe, which is fun and really interesting because that's a different type of reviewing. These guys on Film Threat are a lot more critical than we are. They're a lot more buttoned up with some of that stuff, but it's different than the other
professional.
They're more professional.
Yeah, because we're just like, woo, like it. It's a good movie.
Right. This movie fun. I had a good time.
Make me happy.
Exactly.
About the feels.
Right. Exactly. And then I go over there and they're like, you're a fucking idiot.
You're the me on that show.
It's true.
Wow. Great.
It's really weird.
Welcome
it's a weird
to the
place to be in.
Pal.
Yeah, it's I'm adjusting to being the Chris over there.
Yeah, you'll get used to it.
Right. Well, it's very true because the first time I was on, they were literally like, "You people, aka idiots." I was like, "Yeah, okay.
Don't group us all together."
Right.
All
different kinds of idiots.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
We're not all the same.
Right, exactly. So, but no, it's fun. So I've been keeping busy on Mondays, and we got the other things. And it's fine too because I get to balance things out on Wednesday by being on Bro Science. And
Yeah, right.
we make us look good over there. So
Nice.
yeah,
Nice.
as it goes.
You're just like, yeah, we're smart. We're big brains over here.
Exactly.
It's all
So-
about perspective.
That's
you know?
right. That's right.
Yeah.
It's all about perspective, but got to trust the bro science as we always do. But yeah, so as far as today, like I said, one big thing. So we always kick off this show with culture for boomers. And I don't think we're going to be able to do it today because one of the big conceits to that part of the show is that we do TikTok stuff. And I normally save up those throughout the week, let y'all know what's happening in the culture and whatever. But TikTok is currently bricked on web. So yeah, I tried to prep it for today's show and it just wouldn't work. I don't know what's happening.
Yeah, like Verizon had an outage
Right.
yesterday. I wonder if it's related.
Right. It could
It's
be
probably the aliens.
the aliens. Yeah. I
The
feel like-
illegal.
Yeah, because there's no.
it's the illegal alien.
Yeah, the spaceship is going around the sun right now.
I've been hearing about this weird thing. What is
That's
that?
so
Culture,
fake,
tell us. I don't
brother.
hear it happening.
So there is a unidentified object that is on its way to our solar system, or is in our solar system, and they've just confirmed in NASA, China, Russia, they've all confirmed this object is on its way, and now they're like, this is definitely a craft of sorts because it changed speeds and direction in a way that they can't explain scientifically in a natural way while going around the sun. So aliens are on their way, and they're supposed to be here sometime this month. So
Okay,
there
nice.
you go.
Oh yeah.
We'll see. We'll see when it happens.
I mean, the aliens are probably gonna be like, "Oh, look at this planet! What a bunch of losers!"
Yeah, they just keep on going.
right.
It
It's
stops
what's
here.
really going to happen is we're going to find out that it was just like our government all along. It was just, this is
Yeah.
Project Bluebeam. They've been talking about that for a long time. It's
Yeah.
just
Give our government way too much credit.
that is true.
Yeah.
They're kind
Well, and that's the thing is like Project Bluebeam is American.
of right. That's
I
true.
would.
It's a worldwide
This is
thing.
where like because other space agencies have all been like, well, I guess this is a thing because there was a period where nobody was acknowledging it, which was suspicious. Because why would they not be like, yeah, this is just a normal astronaut going, or a normal astronaut, normal, like
It's an astronaut.
It's just a dude
like
flying.
meteor or something or comet going around,
Right.
Yeah.
and nobody would acknowledge it. And then they were like, well, there is this thing, and then it changed direction. They were like, well, it did change direction, so they have to acknowledge it.
Right.
So
Yeah.
could be aliens, guys.
Yeah. Could be. Could
That's
be.
if you believe space to be real.
That's true. And
Some people
as
don't.
as we know, I have my I have my questions.
Yeah,
about
the
space.
doubts.
The doubts.
Yeah.
We don't know what space
Right.
is. I mean, really,
Prove
prove
it.
it. Exactly. Chris knows what's up. Prove it, bitch. Have you been to space? Nope.
Yeah.
Jinx.
I'm still working on it. I want to go.
I'm gonna say
He almost has anybody ever on this show since we've been doing this? Has anyone? Because we used to have an old show where anybody in the chat, y'all let us know. Chris's family has this thing where when you say jinx and then you both say jinx at the same time, you follow it up with double jinx, right? No. Chris's family follows it up with black jinx.
Yeah.
Do you guys know what black jinx is? Chris, tell us what black jinx is.
it's the same thing as double jinx. It just means, you have to keep saying black jinx until somebody
Something
is
racist happens.
no, that already happened.
Yeah.
Immediately.
That starts the whole thing.
Right. Exactly.
It has nothing to do with humans.
Right.
It's
No.
jinx. Yeah,
It's just a special jinx for
exactly.
your family.
Black. Everybody wants to be black.
No, that's true. That's true. So maybe that's where none of us, we've been trying to find out for years where Chris gets all of these Chrisisms from that literally only his family uses and no one else on the planet uses. Like the
Wappy job.
Wappy
No.
job. Yeah.
That's
wappy
what
job.
you said.
No. We do not say.
Oh, I say
Whack-a-jaw.
wacky. No.
What do you say?
We say
Cattywampus is what you say.
cattywampus. Chris's family says Wampy Jaw in the
Wappy
chat.
job.
Is it Wampy Child?
Wappy gile.
Wampy.
Like a gile.
What is a Gile?
Like
Like a gile. It's self-explanatory.
Everyone knows what
Yeah.
a Gile is.
yeah, self-explanatory to everybody.
Wappy job.
Sure, why not?
Something is off kilter.
So also chat, let us know. So two things. Do you know what Black Jinx is? And do you know what Wampy Child is? Because only Chris's family knows what it is. None of us seem to ever know what it is. So y'all let us know. We'll be looking.
Well, speaking of comments,
Yes.
somebody has been close to space at least.
Oh, really?
Eric here, he has been in 0G on a KC-135 aircraft for 10 hours.
Right.
Whoa.
That's a long time to be in 0G.
Yep, that's right.
Yeah.
Too bad it's still not outer space, Eric.
Yeah, that's still probably like inside the Earth bubble. okay?
But-
right.
How are you falling for 10 hours within the atmosphere?
Yeah, how does that? Do you
That's
always
wild.
stay at a decline? Are you staying at like the same speed of the Earth spinning? And
Well, that's what orbit is. You're
Right.
falling at the same speed of the Earth's
Right.
orbit, and
Right.
so
If you believe
it's
in
not,
gravity.
it's not 0 g. It's just you're
Right.
constantly falling because of how fast you're moving forward.
Mhm.
But to do that within the atmosphere, I want to give me some details. You don't have to do it right now, but eventually, I want to know how that works.
Yeah, I would like to know too,
Yeah.
Eric. That's very interesting. I've that for 10 hours. That's wild. And also, well, I
Because
guess
I thought those were normally for like
a couple
15,
minutes.
20 minutes.
Right.
Right.
You could like go up high enough and then like slowly descend where it was like, I mean, I'm
Exactly.
sure it's
12
possible
seconds.
mathematically. I just don't know.
Yeah, that's why I'm curious.
Right.
Yeah.
I want to know.
Exactly.
I want to know.
Unless it's just that we're in a simulation and these people have specifically cracked the simulation and just know how to like.
Oh, they're hackers.
If that's the
They're
case, please
hacking.
tell me how to do that.
Right.
Because I want to know how to do that. Personally, I want to float around.
Yeah, right.
we all just turn
Damn,
into
you're
Neo.
close by.
That's right. Oh man, no, the Matrix. That's one of those things I've been trying to decide, like with my kids, because like Dylan, my daughter, she's like at that age where I'm
Yeah.
like, you're old enough to get it,
Mhm.
and you're not so young, or you're not so old that like you've seen so many other things that you're like, oh, this isn't cool.
Right.
Like, because I've heard that is the case for a lot of these type of movies, these older
Mhm.
ones, where they get introduced to them and they're just like, oh, this isn't, kind of like the Jaws effect for me.
Right.
You're just
Right.
like,
Yeah.
I guess it was fine.
Because it's such a like culturally significant movie,
Right.
it's been replicated in so many ways.
Exactly.
So yeah, I could see how it would have a diminished effect.
Mm-hmm.
I will be heartbroken
Mm-hmm.
if my son
Mm-hmm.
is not like blown away by the Matrix.
Right.
Because I remember watching the Matrix on a little TV. So my dad worked for the military, and something in the military, especially when you're part of like the Navy and all that stuff, which he wasn't in the Navy, he was in NOAA. But anyways, it still counts as the Navy. They like get movies while they're in theaters
Right.
to watch on the ships.
Right. Because
And so my dad was an officer. He had special rights. Well, he was able to like rip a VHS copy of The Matrix while it's still in theaters.
sick.
And I remember we were visiting him up in New York, and we were staying on a base, and he was like, here, I've got this movie you guys need to watch. And I just remember being like, watching it on this tiny TV, being like blown away by The Matrix on this tiny TV. And then ever
Right.
since then, it's like one of my favorite movies of all time. And I will be like distraught
Right.
if my son is not like, I love this movie.
Yeah. It's also surprisingly clean. Like
Right.
Yeah.
my parents let me watch it when I was, 12 or however
Right.
it was whenever it came out.
It's like little bits of violence.
There's like a dam.
I mean, there's I guess there's some violence. People are getting shot.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah.
you think about it, like people are getting shot and blown away. But then again, I was like, not saying I'm showing this to my 3.5-year-old, but like
Right.
he watches Marvel stuff, not the movies, but he like
Right.
animated stuff, and
Yeah.
you see plenty of people getting shot and
Right.
things like that.
Well, we're also in the South, and my parents are just religious, so the bad
Right.
things are like sex,
Yeah.
language, like violence it's on the table.
Right.
Like Jesus fucking put people out of a tabernacle.
Right.
you know.
That's right.
We can kick ass. That's
right.
on the table.
Right. You can kick ass for Jesus,
Yeah,
but you can't
but
say
you
dirty
can't
words.
say ass.
And more than anything, you can't show tits.
That's correct. That's
Even though the Bible is hella scandalous.
laden. Yeah. Yeah.
Reading, what's that one book that's just
Songs of Solomon.
Songs of I remember
Like
what.
Chris just knew. He's
No,
like,
he
"Oh,
knew.
That was my favorite book.
That was my go-to.
yeah. Her bosoms, dude. There were so many heaping bosoms in that book. Crazy, dude.
And then they all died because wasn't that the whole point of that story?
I don't remember.
Uh,
Solomon. I don't remember. It was
no.
really horny.
They're just basically love songs to God.
Oh, okay. I was thinking about the city that was like
Oh, Babylon.
salt.
Or
Oh no, that's Sodom and Gomorrah. No,
Sodom and
yeah,
Gomorrah.
yeah, with Lot's
that's what I'm
family.
thinking about.
yeah,
right,
Lot's wife
yeah.
turns around, turns to salt.
right.
Yeah.
And on this episode of Bible Studies, speak of it.
Knows nothing.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Chris would be the one. I don't hardly remember anything anymore.
Dude, with my memory,
Yeah, yeah.
it's getting bad.
You
but-
don't remember yesterday, more or less,
True.
all of that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I think what we're going to do is we're actually just going to go ahead and talk about some news because, like I said, today is going to be a shorter episode just due to us going to see The Running Man, which we are all super excited about. And I freaking hope it's good. I hope it's good.
Edgar
Yeah.
Wright doesn't miss. Edgar Wright does not miss.
Don't
Knocking on
jinx
wood.
it.
Yeah, no, don't jinx
What are you table people?
Yeah.
He doesn't miss though. I mean, last night in Soho, I didn't love to death, but like everything else he's done, I love.
Yeah.
Right. Now, I even like Last Night in Soho a lot. Like I thought
like
that
it. I just didn't love it.
Yeah. Now, the only thing, and I'm just trying to prepare myself, I've tried not to keep up too much with what people are saying about this movie.
Yeah.
The one thing I've seen people say that I'm just prepping myself for now, it's not a spoiler, is just that I've seen several people say that this is the least Edgar Wright movie.
Yeah.
As far as like his typical flares.
Yeah. No Simon Pegg. No Nick Frost. Obviously.
that we know of. I think more so just like the all of the kind of eccentric types of filmmaking that he does with there's I don't know if it's with like the music stuff or if it's due to like just his wacky like some of the cinematography stuff he does. I don't know, but that's just the one thing that I've seen several people say. So I'm like, all right, I'm prepping myself for that at least.
I'm curious if it's because it's a remake. Has he done remakes of other things?
No,
I'm terrible at keeping up with shit. So.
I don't think he really ever does remakes. No.
I wonder if he's like tamed it down because he's trying to stay true to like the
thing
original.
is
the original isn't anything like the book.
Apparently, it's supposed to be closer to the short story.
Or short story,
and further from the last movie. Supposedly, I've literally been like, I'm trying to go in as blind as possible.
I'm completely blind.
And Eric,
legally blind.
His space thing said he has a lot of videos and photos that he'll post. So cool.
Because he said it was like multiple missions, not like 1 10-hour segment.
Oh, okay. That makes way more sense.
Total.
We're good.
That makes total sense.
Yeah. I was thinking of like a continuous 10-hour fall without being in low Earth orbit. I was like, how does science work?
Yeah, right. That would be crazy.
Yeah.
And also just hello to everybody else that's been popping into the chat as this has been rolling along. I see really old movies here. The homie popped in. What's going on? If you don't follow his channel, definitely check it out. He talks about really old movies. And also got Toby Sarah as well. Got you in here, and we Eric Stratton and some of y'all as well. So yeah, what's up to everybody in the chat and all the lurkers and lingerers that are out there as well. We know y'all are hanging out. So hello. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and dig into some news. All right. So as far as the news goes, there have been things that are happening, and these guys. That's the joy of this show is that these guys don't ever really know what's going on. At the bare minimum, Chris will not know what's going on, and for me and some of y'all as well, it's like you're involved with more of the shows or things where people just kind of know everything all the time. Yes, Chris?
I do know something.
You do know?
I saw something today.
What did you see?
On the television in our break room at work? Pennies, R.I.P. Pennies, as of yesterday. It's not entertainment related.
I was like, what?
It's just news.
Like J.C. Pennies?
No, like coins.
They're getting rid of the penny coin.
Hell yeah, brother. They're finally doing it.
It's about time because they cost more than they are worth.
Exactly.
So
I can't tell you the last time I actually used a penny.
What are we supposed to do with our pennies?
Snap them. You snap them and they shoot across
Snap
the
them, yeah. Down your arm.
It's good times.
Yeah.
That's it.
What are we doing with our pennies though? Like, are we
shoving up your?
Are they gonna pay? Am I gonna pay us to like turn?
Wait. Hold on. Chris said shoving something up his butt, and I added this just for Chris.
Why are you gay?
Why are you gay?
Love it.
I actually today I loaded up multiple
gay ones for me.
Gay ones just for you. You're welcome.
You're a true friend.
I do what I can.
Cute.
Yeah, I do what I can. It's we'll get some like why are you retarded ones for Matt, and then we'll be fully fleshed out for what's going on.
I got Blaine's like there's none for me.
No, there's none. Listen, I get roasted everywhere else I go.
I think the first comment in chat was about Jaws or something related to Blaine's terrible opinions.
Exactly, literally.
I think Chris needs to make one of like a shark chasing Blaine as he swims away.
Right.
This is on you.
Okay.
You're the techno guy.
Make that.
I like how I've never made anything like that in my life, but you assume that I can. I appreciate that.
That's right. That's right. I believe in you, and you have more technical skills than I do.
You're right. Yeah. Matt's like, you do computer. You must know.
You
computer good.
Yeah. Look, me and the Clankers, we have a good relationship, so I'll work on it.
That tracks. So as far as the news, and it not being pennies,
sorry.
Let's. So the one thing I wanted to talk about first here is this one because I found it intriguing.
Okay.
Let me get the scale right here. People are on the fence about this, to say the least. And it's that we are getting a V for Vendetta TV series in the works via HBO and DC Studios with James Gunn producing. Now, I know that both of you are passionate about this movie.
Love it.
So
good.
Yeah. So what? How do you feel about this specifically?
Matt?
This is stupid as shit.
Yeah.
Why they have no need
to
make a TV series out of a perfect movie.
Right.
Like they're
Quite
not going to
literally.
better it. They're not going to cast V
Right.
or Evie better.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're
It's
wasting their
unnecessary.
time and their money, and they're not even going to make their money back on this. This
Right.
is a waste.
It does seem
A waste.
like a
This is
bit of a waste.
So
Yeah, I don't think it was a good idea. I'll still, I mean, I would check it out, maybe, but I'm not like excited about it.
yeah, honestly, I probably won't even check it out just because I'm like irritated. I think it's literally a cash grab, which is probably like very like anti like V.
That's fair.
Right.
And I would really have to be convinced. Like they would have to be like, oh my god, like I would have to hear a ton of people,
right. Say
not
that
just
it's
like
amazing.
5 people. Like it would need to be like so many people on Criticless and like people
Right.
I trust being like, oh my god, this is as good as the original. Because if it's not as good as the original, there's no reason to watch it.
Right.
There really isn't. Like I have no reason to watch this.
Right.
Things can still be good though,
They can.
and not be as good as the
Well,
original.
Yeah,
If
I
it's
mean,
just
they
going in a
can, but
different.
why would I watch something that's not as good as original?
Right, which does tend to
New.
continue to happen. Really, the thing here too, though, is like James Gunn's putting this out. James Gunn has decided to fully go political with Peacemaker. Like this movie or show, I guess,
Mhm.
and the movie did as well. It has the potential to go completely and totally politically rotten to where,
Oh, for sure.
like,
The subject matter.
exactly,
Which don't get me wrong, the movie itself is political.
exactly.
V
But-
is anti-government, and
Uh-huh.
I mean, we all should be anti-government.
right.
Like every time they shut down the government, come on, y'all. This has been happening every year for the last 15 years. It's a bunch of bull.
Anytime the budget comes around, doesn't matter. They're going to shut
Yeah.
it down.
Yeah, they
Right.
shut down and blame the leading party, and it's we're gonna do
Right.
that. We're gonna go home and can still get paid because we're
Where this movie should do like the original, or show should do like the original film and just stay very like agnostic. You not come from not take jabs or go at any political side. Just go anti-government, anti the machine. You can go anti-establishment, all of that stuff, and you can do it to appease either both sides or neither side, and just
Yeah.
go for those people
Yeah.
that are in the middle that aren't a bunch of bootlickers. But I'm worried that James Gunn, for one, does not have the capability of that.
A redeeming quality of the first one, of the concept, is that it's based in England. So
dude. I was thinking that exact
Great.
thing right now.
you know what I mean? Like
Right.
that's a benefit for
Yeah.
us because they can focus on them because it's a fucking police state over there. Which
Right.
well, that's like this. The movie is like highlighting that. It's
Right.
cameras everywhere.
Yeah.
You walk down. You can't have religious
It's dim
text.
now.
Blah blah blah. Yeah. It's so right, exactly. It's exactly what it's turned into. So if they maintain that and like leave American politics out of it, I think that would be a good move. Like
Mhm.
don't change it up to be American based.
Right.
Just leave it to be British.
Because that's the tricky part. So if they make it American based,
Yeah.
and they decide to pit, obviously in New York, it's like, oh, they're gonna be like Fox
Right.
is the running like the talk show person and all that, or even if they do like, what's the other guy that got canceled and redone, put back in like a
Pierce
week later?
Morgan or
No, the American one.
Tucker.
Not Tucker. The more liberal guy that Disney canceled for a week.
Oh.
But
Oh,
even
he
if
came back.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
they-
back
they
like the next
reinstated
day.
it.
It lasted like 5
Yeah.
minutes.
It's the
Yeah.
Man Show guy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna always refer to him as the Man
He
Show
should be.
guy.
Well, that was actually one
It's
of the
not
guys.
him, right?
no,
Yeah.
Oh,
he was
no?
on the Man Show.
I thought he was one of the.
Yep. He was the other guy on the Man Show. There were the two, and both
the
of
tall,
them.
skinny guy and the other guy.
Yeah.
He's the other
He's
guy.
the other guy.
Well, okay.
I
But
think.
either way, but so the thing is, like, if they did in the U.S. and they pick either like direction to go, they're gonna be against a crowd. Well, Beef and Vendetta works so well in America because it's so broad. They like created a new political party. They created a new like news thing and a whole 9 yards.
Right.
Yeah.
This is probably gonna be the death note for it. Is
Right.
if they come out and go, oh, we're gonna like copy Fox or whatever.
Yeah.
Then Jimmy Kimmel that we're talking about, by the way.
Yeah.
And it was Adam Carolla and Jimmy Kimmel.
Yes.
Which is funny because they have both gone opposite directions, and Adam Carolla has gone more right wing and is doing like more. It is more conservative, but like middle of the road. And then Jimmy has gone like far left.
How do you go more right wing than bikini babes jumping on trampolines?
Right? How do you?
Pretty right.
That is quite.
That's very true.
Yeah. Well, Well, that was the thing, I guess. Adam stayed true to form.
There we go. Okay.
Jimmy did not. So, yeah, I don't know. V for Vendetta as a show, don't think this is a good idea. Honestly, this could just be to see what a lot of the times we know they fish with this kind of thing, see how the press goes, see what gets drummed up. They just say it's at the works. We know multiple things are at the works at DC that aren't happening. And the biggest part of all of this is if Warner Brothers, as we were talking about last week, if Warner Brothers sells, this ain't probably going anywhere.
Yeah.
No.
I will say, I think another redeeming factor for this, of it potentially being okay, is that HBO is doing it. I think, in my mind, HBO doing it is still a good thing.
Except Warner Brothers is possibly being bought out.
Right.
So.
I know. Like Blaine said, if that happens,
which honestly,
probably
Paramount. If Paramount's who buys them, I would pick Paramount to make it over Warner, current Warner. So Warner can go 50-50 either direction.
Right.
Yeah. Paramount is kind of in a different scenario right now, so we'll see what happens with them. Now, the next piece of news here that I wanted to talk about that I haven't really seen a whole lot of buzz about, which I find to be interesting, but also this is another DC thing. This is another potentially connected to James Gunn, whatever. But this one actually sounds cool to me. People will have an opinion one way or another, I'm sure, but I don't know if either of y'all heard about this, but it is that we are getting a Jimmy Olsen TV show that's being developed by the guys that did American Vandal.
Who's Jimmy Olsen?
Oh my, who's Jimmy Olsen?
When I see the picture,
Yeah,
he
well, you
kind of
haven't
looks
seen the new
like
Superman.
He looks like a mix of Teller and the guy that's in the movie that we're watching tonight. If that's him.
So Jimmy Olsen, well, for one, Jimmy Olsen is the character from Superman. That is his, like, he's Clark
Newest
Kent.
one?
Yeah, well, in all of Superman, Jimmy Olsen's not the actor, he's the character, Chris.
Okay. I'm catching up. I
As
got
you guys
it.
can tell, Chris is really deep into his DC lore, knows a lot about Superman.
So much.
So much about
He's my least favorite superhero, probably.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah.
But so, and you haven't seen the new Superman movie either. So,
True.
yeah, this is. I love the character of Jimmy Olsen. I love this actor. I'm trying to remember his name. Skylar Gisondo is his name. I've been tracking this guy for a while.
That's the name.
It is a name. I really like him. He's a great actor. I liked him in Superman. I thought he was one of the better parts about the new Superman movie. I think he's a really cool actor. I like the stuff he does. He's funny. But the other best part about this, I think, and for people in the chat, if you don't know, is as far as the American Vandal creators. If you have not seen American Vandal, watch season 1 of American Vandal. It is one of the best seasons of television ever made. I mean, dead serious. Did either of y'all watch it? I know Matt.
Oh yeah. I've watched American Vandal.
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
It was about dicks.
Yep.
Yeah.
It took me a second to remember, but yes, I did.
Yeah, because it's a mockumentary.
And they came out with the second one, and it flopped.
And it just wasn't as good.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, the second season of it was okay. And by the way, I did want to say hello to Mo Zamboni. If anybody has not seen Mo in the chat, what's up, Mo? And actually, also to you guys, we might actually be seeing Mo soon.
Oh yeah, nice.
Hell yeah.
He might be in town this
My
weekend,
first time.
actually. So, and Chris has not met him yet.
Yeah.
He just keeps calling you Fisher Stevens, and now you gotta look back up Fisher Stevens. And
Chris's
he's-
dad.
Stevens is
Wait,
dad.
are you saying that my dad is Fisher Stevens?
Yes, he is. Yeah,
Oh,
your dad, Fisher Stevens. We'll pull up Fisher
okay.
Stevens in a moment. So
Cool.
just to see if the rest of the chat is vibing with it. But yeah, if you have not watched season 1 of American Vandal, watch it. It's literally a show about drawing dicks on things. And if you know, I was a real life American Vandal in my childhood. I drew dicks on things, and
Yeah. yeah, except for you're more like from Superbad.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, like McLovin.
Yeah. No. It's what's his
Jonah
name? Jonah Hill's
Yeah.
character. It just draws dicks
Draws dicks. Constantly.
Yeah.
Yes. Constantly draws dicks. Yes. I constantly also drew dicks. And actually, rather notoriously with some of my fellow yearbook staff, hid little penises in my yearbook, but now I can't even find them. So,
So well hidden.
they're
You
so
can't
well
even find
hidden that I can't even find
So you were drawing my penis. I see.
Well, you know,
That makes sense.
I wrote Chris in cursive like you're a
Gotta get the microscope out.
yeah. But it is a fantastic show. So, but yes, any honorable man has drawn dicks on things. If you haven't, then what are you doing with your
It's
Yeah.
true. Like, why would you not draw
Right.
dicks on stuff?
And one of the best parts about that show is how they were trying to hunt down who drew what dick was whether it had little pubes on it. How the veins,
The veins,
you know,
for sure.
is it how's the tip look, you know, all of these things and how the man draws it. You can find out who drew that dick.
Yeah, it's like a signature.
Right.
You know?
Exactly.
It's unique to you. A
Exactly.
fingerprint.
Right. And is it
dick
is
print.
it up? Is it
It's all the
down?
same.
A dick
A
print.
mushroom stamp. Yes.
Yeah,
Yep.
exactly. So, dicks aside, this show is being done. The Jimmy Olsen show is done by the American Vandal guys, and that show was really good. So, I'm guessing we're leaning comedy, and this show essentially is going to be following Jimmy Olsen, and they're actually saying with the picture of Gorilla Grodd here that it sounds like Gorilla Grodd is going to be at the crux of this show to some degree, which will be interesting because it's saying that the main target of Jimmy's investigations will be Gorilla Grodd, which is one of Flash's more prominent villains. So people are also speculating that Flash might actually be introduced in this show. So all of that kind of interesting, but I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah,
I
could be
would watch
something.
it. It
I
could
don't
be
know.
good. Just like, nah.
Not interesting.
It kind of seems like a random character to be like, we're going to make a whole show for him.
Right.
Just putting, I liked him in the movie.
Yeah.
So it's nothing against the character.
Right.
It just seems kind of like a random side character to be like, we're going to make a movie. I don't know anything about him comic book wise. I actually don't think I'd ever even heard of him until the movie.
Right. Oh, really?
I'm not steeped in Superman lore.
Well-
I'm not steeped in DC lore.
As far as I mean,
So.
part to blame with that, and the modern Superman is the fact that he was actually in the Man of Steel for a total of 5 seconds before he was absolutely murdered.
Ooh.
So a lot of fans were really mad about that. And actually, the guy playing him was the guy that plays Iceman in the X-Men movies. He was
Oh, Bobby.
yeah,
Well, that's Iceman.
that's it.
Sorry.
Iceman's name. But
Funny enough, I'm watching The Following.
oh,
Rewatching The Following, and
The
he's the
Following is
main.
so good.
Yeah, it is.
he is the main guy. He was in a lot of things. He was actually he was in the Animorphs TV show
And Skeleton Key.
and Skeleton Key. So good actor, but
Chris probably has no idea what we're talking about.
I don't know who you're talking about, but
actually,
I
don't
own
think
Skeleton
that was
Key,
him
so.
in Skeleton Key.
You think that was his brother?
Twin brother.
He has a twin brother.
He does have a twin brother.
Identical twins.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Yep.
Cool.
They're identical twins. So yeah, y'all let us know what you think about this new Jimmy Olsen TV show. I'm curious about it. I hope it's great. Like I hope it's good if it happens. But like we said, everything with DC is up in the air right now, depending on what happens with the sale of Max and just HBO, or not just HBO,
Warner.
Warner in
Warner.
general.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm curious to see what happens. I'm who knows? It's a toss up. So and I
That's
do
what kills me because like I want the best for DC.
right. Oh, absolutely.
Like I want them to put out just things that everyone flocks to and just wants to eat up and watch and rewatch. And every time they don't do that, it like kills me a little bit on the inside. And I know I just said a couple minutes ago, I'm not steeped in DC lore. Yes, I've never read comic books. I don't read a lot of the DC stuff. I've watched a lot of shows though. And I grew up watching like the Batman and Superman and things like that. And it just like kills me that like these shows and movies just don't do well.
Right. Sorry, Chris is starting to
Chris
laugh.
down about
He was listening. He was Chris.
I
Maybe
can
you
see
singing
what
Carlos
Blaine.
Santana
Yeah.
in your head now.
Sorry.
See
No,
what
like
Blaine
you
was
singing Carlos
bringing up.
I'm bringing up. So he keeps getting called Chris.
I can see it.
Chris keeps getting
Yeah,
called
yeah.
Mr. Stevens. And go ahead.
Yeah.
Put Chris up on screen there.
right.
Yeah. And pull your hair back, Chris.
Hold on. Let me do
Yeah.
this.
Pull that. Yeah. I really like.
I
That's
don't
your
see
dad.
it.
That you don't see it.
No.
Oh
Oh,
man.
maybe I'm too
I
much
see
on
it.
the eyebrows.
Chat. Y'all let us know.
Yeah.
Is Mo Zamboni right? Like, is Chris's dad Fisher Stevens? I definitely see it.
Could be.
I could see.
Hey, I'd take it. He's
Yeah.
much skinnier than my dad. No offense, Dad. But yeah, I can see it. No, I can see the similarities. His schnoz is way bigger than mine, though. So
It is a bit
Yeah.
bigger.
He's
But no,
also
I can-
blue-eyed.
Yeah.
He's got
true.
like a narrower face.
Yeah,
I can see it though. I can see it, especially.
I can see it,
You know,
too.
maybe your future will go more his route. The way he looks now, very different.
yeah,
Not a lot of hair on that head.
true. Yeah, that hairline is suffering.
Yeah, it is. So but Fisher Stevens, everybody. That's
All
Fisher
right.
Stevens. And but that is that's most of the news there, guys. I don't know. There was one more thing that I was going to talk about just because it was more cultural, but it gets a little more political, and I'm just not in the mood. I'm not feeling it, not vibing with it today. But yeah, that y'all let us know in the chat. What do you think about this Jimmy Olsen show, V for Vendetta? Who do you think is going to buy Warner? I'm curious about all of that, and really, it's kind of everything involving Warner right now. I'm kind of taking it with a grain of salt.
Wait, are you saying that there's more than one contender to purchase it?
Yeah, it's not.
Who else is on the table?
We don't know. All we know about is Paramount, and they're just the ones that seem to really be digging to buy it.
I'm really surprised.
Well, actually, I say nobody
thing's
else.
going on.
There is another contender, and it has to do with like somebody in the Middle East, one of these like big money things. That's what I've heard.
Okay.
So
It's like an oil tycoon or
some kind of stuff.
like
I don't
that.
even know
He's
all
a
the
sheik. Owns
Right,
yeah.
all of
Yeah,
Saudi
yeah.
Arabia.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So also we do have a super chat that just popped
Hey.
through, and it's a man that I was wanting to hear from and talk to. We talked about it actually yesterday. This is a part 1 of 2, so I'm going to pull this up. But we'll go through it, and then I'll. I have a little clippy that I've saved up here. But yes, we got Quagmire here for a $5. Says part 1. When you get your med card now, so. Actually, to preface this came up on Bro Science. Quagmire has gone through a hell of an ordeal. We're feeling for him. Thoughts out to you, dude. And best of luck with everything. It sounds like he's on the up and up. But Quagmire became a truck driver recently. And we get to relate about this because I used to be a truck driver in the trucking industry. And things have changed. And Quagmire got absolutely screwed because they have changed it. I don't know if everyone knows, but basically, if you do drive a truck, you have to get a medical card that you have to keep up to date. And if you don't keep that medical card up to date, they will take your license away.
Wow.
So yeah,
All right.
which actually is something that happened to me when I was truck driving. Was my blood pressure went through the roof truck driving, and when your blood pressure's high, you have to sometimes go in and get a medical card updated every year. And that happened to me because my blood pressure was so high.
Was it like just a physical that you have to take every year?
Physical.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, and so they make you keep up on that because they don't want you dropping dead while you're driving a truck.
Sure. You're driving around a multi 10,000 plus pound vehicle.
Yeah, basically a tank that can plow over or through anything.
Yeah.
So, yeah, which is wild because they're also apparently giving, like out in California, they're giving like people that aren't even U.S. citizens trucking licenses. So, and they're killing people.
It's really funny because, back in the 70s, it would just be like, let's do a line of coke and drive all night. And
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And back when I was doing it, it was more like, I'm going to pop another Addy and I'm going to be up all night. So, yeah.
Right.
The old Adderall. But yeah, so Quagmire for a $5, you're getting your bang for your buck on this one. Said part 1. When you get your med card now, the doctors send your info to a process company who submits your info to the registry, and then they tell the DMV. So it sounds like now there is a middleman, and he got screwed, and basically they weren't letting him work.
I think that's the second part of this because he posted the second one here.
Yeah. Part 2.
Yeah, part 2 here. So for another $5. Thanks, buddy. And actually, I'll do that now. We do want to say thanks to you guys, and I'm going to be slowly adding ways to thank you. So there you go. Thank you.
I'll love it whenever you misclick on why are you gay?
Right.
Right beside it.
Yeah, which is what happens on Monday Hangover all the time when Mo's running it, is that exact thing. So yes, he said, I got my med card in the middle of them changing all of this and basically got skipped over, so nobody knew I had my med card connected to my license. That freaking sucks, dude. That really sucks.
So did they not let you truck?
They probably weren't
because
letting
of
you
that?
drive because
The thing is, I feel. Now, of course, this is not how it works, but you should be told who the middle company is, and you should be able to hound them and be like, hey, you have my information. Send it forward.
Right.
But I'm sure that's not how that works.
Nah. They never tell you who the middleman is.
No, they don't. So
I'm honestly surprised at how quickly they can communicate with each other.
Right.
Well, I guess I don't know the time frame here, but it sounds like they're pretty up to date on, who's telling who what. But
right.
Efficiency in the government is
zero.
They don't really go together at all.
Yeah. You would know. You're a Fed.
Could replace our government, probably. with efficiency.
Yeah. So sorry that happened to you, dude. That really
Yeah,
does suck
Hate it.
a whole lot. And yeah, my wife's talking about that. Yeah, I worked for her grandpa, so there were no rules. It was basically I could have not had my license anymore, and he'd be like, "Get in that fucking truck and drive, you retard!" Like, I mean, that was pretty much how it would
Verbatim.
go. And
Yeah.
and he would wake me up at like 2:00 in the morning and be like, "Leave right now."
And you did.
And I did.
Yeah.
And then they wonder why your blood pressure was so high.
right.
It was a real quandary.
Right. And taking all that Adderall as well, I'm sure didn't help. But,
Yeah.
you know, it was great times. Not really. It was terrible. Hated it. All of it. But I hope you enjoy it
dude.
more than I did.
Hey, you got a new job?
You lost your job. I'm sorry, man.
Dang, dude.
I hate that.
Sorry. Yeah. Working for Amazon now. Well, good luck
Onward and
with that.
upward, though.
Yeah.
That's
Look
right.
Back.
That's
Suck
right.
that Bezo dick.
Right. And yeah, Mo is complaining because I put him on blast for running the wrong clips, but it's all right.
Gay!
You're welcome. Mo. You're welcome.
Ah.
You're welcome. So yeah, I think that is going to be it for the news. But what we are going to do now is we're going to talk about Death to Smoochy, because that's what you all came here for, and I'm sure a lot of you, there's a chance that some of you might have not even seen it, which makes me really excited. But what we need to do, because we are going to talk about it spoiler free, in case some of you have not seen it and are interested in checking it out, we're going to run that spoiler free. Boom. So yes, the plan is to talk about Death for Smoochy. So that's what we're going to do. This movie came out in 2002, and it is sitting at like a crisp 1 hour and 50 minutes. This is back when movies didn't overstay their welcome.
Yeah.
You know, like now, it doesn't matter what kind of movie it is. It'll come out and it's like 2.5, 3 hours long, and you're like, what is happening with my life right now?
And this is honestly like pushing it for the time period.
Right.
This was a long movie back then.
Right. Yeah, totally. And so with this movie, I had mentioned before, and a lot of the folks in the chat last time we had talked about it had not heard about this. This film is directed by Danny DeVito, which is really cool. I do want to pull this up, actually, pull up Criticless and pull up the Death to Smoochy page. But with this movie, so it's directed by Danny DeVito. I did not realize that Danny DeVito had directed other films.
Oh, yeah?
And so one of the ones, I guess one that came up was War of the Roses. I didn't realize that he directed that, and apparently I Miss Good Movies was saying that it's a really good film. Now, this isn't everything he's directed. This is everything he's in. We're going to actually be making a way to filter out all of this, similar to IMDb and stuff soon.
Yeah.
So that should be cool and very handy.
That's cool. That is cool.
Yeah. Because I would
It'll make it more handy, especially for people like Danny who have done a variety of roles.
Things. Right. So it's going to be harder to find. But yeah, he had done War of the Roses. I also did not realize that he had directed Matilda as well. So that's a
makes
nice
sense.
Danny DeVito.
And acted in it.
Right, and acted in it. And interestingly enough, I took a look because when we were watching this, Sydney was like, hey, this music sounds really familiar. It sounds like another movie. And it turns out it's the same person who did the soundtrack and score, the score for Matilda.
Oh,
So
okay.
now she thought it actually sounded like something else. I can't remember what, but it does. It's a very kind of 90s-esque soundtrack to it,
Yeah.
even though this thing came out in the early 2000s. She thought it sounded like Liar Liar is what she thought it sounded like.
Okay.
So, yeah. And currently, as you can see, it's sitting at 81% on Criticless. I haven't dropped my review yet. I have it teed up actually to where I can drop it while we're doing this. But yeah, so this was directed by Robin Williams, but not Robin Williams, Danny DeVito, but it stars Robin Williams and Edward Norton, who is loved by, I think, everybody on this panel, especially
It's
Chris.
one of my favorite actors.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's so freaking good.
Yeah.
He's great. And I will go ahead and say, I think he's phenomenal in this film as well. The man always fucking shows up. He always shows up. Like
Agreed.
He's always gonna, regardless of the film, even if you're not crazy about it, he's gonna put in 110%. But also, it stars Catherine Keir, and this lady she's just always been the same age, I think.
For real.
Like she's one of those, like, you know, the meme, like the 13 or 30. Like she's one of those people, except for it's more like 30 or like
30,
50,
30 or
30.
30. Yeah. She's always just 30.
She's always 30. Like
Yeah.
she's just always been a stunner, but she's always looked that age, even
Yeah.
when she was younger than that age.
Yeah.
So-
yeah.
But also, so just another recognizable face. Also, interestingly enough, Jon Stewart looking really weird in his hair.
He's looking real 90s.
real 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah, is how he's
90s
looking.
Jon Stewart.
Right.
Yep.
Danny looking like a Danny, typical
Yep.
Danny DeVito. And there's other like recognizable people in this. One of the ones that cracked me up was that it's got this Harvey Fierstein guy.
Oh yeah.
Who has done other things with Danny as well. And I always think about him being in
Mrs. Doubtfire.
Yeah, he will be exactly.
He was the brother?
Yeah. Well, no, he was the guy that did the makeup.
Yeah, but it's the brother of Robin Williams' character. I think they're related, or it could be just
it could be. Yeah. So
yeah, he's in that too.
Right.
With Robin.
He's great in everything and is just has such a vibe, but he was in this
iconic voice.
Yes, iconic voice for sure. Very one might say little raspy and gay.
Yeah.
Little gay sounding.
Yeah.
He smoked a little too many Pall Malls.
I thought you were going to say dicks.
He smoked
You
a couple
can't
bags.
smoke too many dicks. All right, let's get that out there first of all.
Why are you gay?
As I said, see, it's so easy with Chris. We need to get like at least 10 more of these.
Yeah.
Just to save up.
Yeah.
Whatever shit.
They're out there for sure.
They are, including this movie. There's a lot of gay jokes in this.
Yeah.
A lot. All directed at Robin Williams, who is rainbow clad in this film.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but this movie is just a very interesting time capsule. It is it's labeled as a thriller, drama, crime comedy, which is quite a lot of labels, and it really is all of these things. But really, we don't have a label for this, but it's considered a dark comedy. And I was really trying to think of like exact things outside of Always Sunny that I could compare this to, and I struggled a bit. So did you guys have anything that you really like that you thought about when you watched this?
The TV show Happy.
Oh, Happy is a good one.
Yeah.
Also,
literally, I just kept thinking about Happy while we were watching this. It is very different still, but similar.
Yes.
If you know, like, because it's kind of more of like an action crime, dark comedy about a child performer.
Yep.
So it's something kind of like that in the same vein this movie is.
You actually gave me a perfect one when you said that. That's, I think, arguably even better, which is Wilfred.
Oh.
This movie is, I think it has a lot of Wilfred.
It's a show.
Yeah, it is a show.
Did you watch it?
Yes, Wilfred. Okay. Yeah, I did.
I watched the first season. I don't think I came back for the second.
Right.
Same. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think all of this stuff is in that dark comedy.
Yeah, these are definitely dark comedies in the same vibe.
Yeah, for sure. And I definitely do, though. Happy is really pretty spot on, too, with it just kind of having that wacky sensibility to it, but also it's so dark.
But it also does, Happy really applies because it is a kid, like, show. Not a kid show, but, like, about a performer to kids.
Right.
Is it? Yeah, I can't remember even Happy. Like, I just remember there being an imaginary friends. And that's
it's like it's
the guy from SUV,
an imaginary thing, but it gets all tied into his kid and a child like performer. Kind of situation.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I didn't end up watching season 2 or whatever.
Yeah,
like that.
I didn't either.
Yeah,
I'm pretty bad about coming back to shows.
You really are.
It's like I'll watch a season and be like, that was great, I love this show, and then I'll never watch it again.
Never see it again.
I'm right there with you. Yeah.
But yes, so yes, as Jake Stanley says, it's a rocket ship. It is a rocket ship. We will get to later, which is a big point in this movie. But we'll go ahead and give our overall opinions of this film and then let you guys know kind of if it's going to be of the vibe, whatever you are interested in, like if you're interested in checking this out. Because I mentioned before, I had seen this in high school. It kind of blew my mind. I didn't know what to expect with this Smoochy, especially in high school. Robin Williams was kind of our, like, we just saw him as this fatherly figure from all of these movies. He's the guy that was did the voice from Aladdin. He was Mrs. Doubtfire.
Yeah.
He was, you think about, he did Patch Adams and all these very like positive, uplifting movies. And so you kind of saw him in that a certain type of light, and like What Dreams May Come.
That's not really kid friendly, but yeah.
You're right. But in my mind, we all kind of viewed him in a certain light. And then to see him in this back in high school, I was like, holy shit. Like,
all right.
This is wild.
Yeah.
So, yes. So I had seen this before. So I have actually, if you don't know, you can do drafts on Criticless. I have already done mine. I'm giving this a 77% right now, at least is where I'm sitting. This could potentially change, but I'm going to go ahead and publish my review for it with our video attached to it. So we've got this thing live. We'll maybe pull in a few people, whatever.
Yeah.
Let's see us drop this. But yeah, so I'm currently giving it a 77%. This is one of those films where I could go a few different directions on, because I love it for like the nostalgia of it. I think that there's some excellent performances. I think that there are also some moments in the film though that there's a lot happening in this movie at all times. It is very frantic and busy, but like I said, some great performances. This isn't like a hardy horror. You're like chuckling, holding your sides, laughing. It is very dark, but when the funny moments happen, they do really happen. Like the rocket ship meme, which we will talk about later. There are some really, really funny moments in this, but they're in spots. You know, they come in kind of hot and fast.
Yeah,
you'll laugh and then you kind of leave from it.
Yeah.
So, and this is also a very like specific brand and style of comedy where it is very dark. I mean, there is, you know what? I'm going to go ahead. We'll see what happens because everybody always wonders as far as if you say the trigger words. There is a lot of Nazi shit in this movie.
I mean, there is. And it's not like it's a trigger word. It's like there is. It just is. It's part of this movie.
Exactly. And it's all played for jokes. And it's just leaning into the meme of like the last people you want to be associated with is Nazis. And so there's a lot of jokes leaning into that. There's some dick stuff. Like it's just there's some mentally challenged humor in here, we'll say. So there's some very edgy jokes, which also makes sense for Danny DeVito, which is kind of why I was also linking it to Always Sunny. It's those type of jokes. But right now I'm sitting at about a 77% rad. I had a lot of fun going back to it. There are some, I mean, really the big things, Edward Norton and Robin Williams, both of them putting in 110% for the lanes that they take, because it's Smoochy being played by Edward Norton, and he's playing just this very buttoned up, for the time I would consider it more left leaning character,
kind of hippie,
very kind of hippie.
It's 100% hippie.
Yeah. And they're kind of roasting that whole like gluten-free lifestyle, very crunchy, anti-capitalist, all of that stuff. They're kind of roasting that aspect in this. But then Robin Williams is very much more so this drunk, washed up, zero shit, I'm here for the
money hungry,
right performer. But you can't really compare him to Mr. Rogers. I don't really know what kind of performer to compare him to as far as
Mr. Rogers,
not like as far as his persona on TV, like
the rainbow,
like the whatever
person.
His Rainbow Randy or whatever his character was in the film.
Well, it's I don't know.
I don't know that there's anything out there.
There's
right. More like I think probably in the 70s and stuff.
The Wiggles,
right? The Wiggles.
That's literally what I was saying about. Yeah, it's like the Wiggles, but it was a one-man show.
Rainbow Randolph was his name, by the way. So, but I want to hear what y'all think, because it was both of these guys' first time checking out this movie. So, whichever y'all want to go first.
I'll go.
Yeah,
sure.
So, first viewing, as Blaine already pointed out, I liked it. I'd probably give it a rad somewhere. I'm kind of torn where in the rad range, because while I was watching it, I don't particularly like these kind of movies. You know, but it's because I was busy like hoping nothing bad would happen to Ed Norton's character, that I had a hard time being like, I'm enjoying this movie because I'm stressed,
right,
that something could happen or will happen,
right.
And then I was just like, I don't know if I like this, because I don't like being like tense while I'm watching a movie. It's supposed to be like this weird happy-go-lucky thing. So and that's where I was just like, I can't put this in the most excellent.
Right.
But I was definitely on an emotional roller coaster, which is good. You know, that's why we watch movies. We feel shit.
And you don't know where this is going.
Yeah.
Like, you're just like, I have no fucking idea.
Yeah, literally no idea. I mean, the first minute of the movie sets up an idea in your head,
right,
which is a good directorial job,
right,
because it puts this image in your head, and then you're like, well, this is where I think we're going. Are we going to go there? How are we going to get there? I don't know. So I definitely think I'm somewhere in the mid-rad range because of the emotional roller coaster, the emotional damage this movie has done to me. So,
right, because it is it is quite the roller coaster for sure.
Y'all want to hear something that's probably like y'all are going to find blasphemous?
Okay.
Always.
Robin Williams kind of gives me the ick.
Really? That is
just this movie or all ways?
Just kind of, I don't know. Every time I watch anything with him, I'm just kind of like, there's something off.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, as we all know, he was a very dark person in his life.
Yeah. I mean, most of it was kind of hidden.
Right.
If you can dig up his old stand-ups, they were very raunchy and R-rated.
Right.
And he did movies that aren't widely talked about, like 1 Hour Photo.
Right. Oh,
which were
that movie's wild.
Really dark kind of movies.
Yeah.
And everyone remembers him for his upbeat things. I haven't watched most of the things you named rattled off. Like, I haven't seen Hook since I was a kid because I didn't like it. And I mean, I remember Aladdin
I know.
being like,
That's why we didn't bring him on to review Hook. We couldn't.
because
Yeah,
then y'all
no
heard
slander.
a free opinion. It wasn't like, this is my childhood favorite movie.
Exactly.
And it's still fantastic to this
It's
day.
still
What about Good Will Hunting? That's also not like him, like
well,
peak
Matt Damon's
comedy.
awesome, but I have not seen that since high school, and I might have saw it on TV.
Mhm.
So
Sure.
I literally don't seek out his movies, and I never have. There's just something that's always kind of bothered me about him. And then when he like
It's Matt.
killed himself and everything, and I was just like, I don't know. I was
Yeah.
just like, this makes sense for how I've perceived him my whole life.
Right, Matt and comedy. This is
Right.
This
Let's
is
be
a
straight.
I
tale
just
as
feel
old
like
as
he's
time.
Super fake. And I think all of his roles have just been like fake. I don't know.
What about
Good morning.
this though? Because this was so different. How did you feel about him in this? Did this feel more genuine to how you kind of see him?
No, I didn't really like him in this.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I just don't really like him.
Okay.
It's really
That's
what it just comes
wild.
down to.
You're like one of the only people.
Oh, I know. I said it's controversial.
This is very
Yeah.
controversial.
Yeah.
Matt.
Yeah.
Everyone likes Robin Williams, Matt. And of course, Matt is the one that doesn't
I'm
like
just
Robin.
saying, it's not that I dislike him. It's just I don't.
You don't find him entertaining.
There's just something
Maybe.
about him I just don't like.
He gives you a weird vibe.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good Morning
I
Vietnam.
can't explain it. I don't know.
No.
Literally, while I was watching this movie, every time he was on the screen, I was like, "This is probably how this." I guess this is how I actually think about him.
Yeah,
Is like this role.
Interesting.
Is how I perceive him.
that is
Right.
wild.
Which, well, and we'll talk about his role in this and kind of my thoughts as far as where I kind of view this for him in a bit. But Chris, I do want to. Well, and so Matt, where did you say your score was around? You said it was around.
It's somewhere in the rad. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
Ed
I'm glad
Norton
you
just
like it.
freaking killed it.
He did.
I was like on the edge of my seat for Ed Norton the whole movie.
Right.
Yeah.
Because you kind of can't help but love him because
Yeah.
he's just such a genuine character
Yeah.
and Edward Norton does it so well. And he's kind of in the same vibe, like giving off his Fight Club vibes a little bit for me.
Yeah.
Not like when he
Dude,
goes
I was on
bad.
the edge of my
Not
seat.
like
I
when he
kept
breaks
telling Zena,
bad.
I was like, I need to go watch Fight Club now. Like, I just want to go watch Fight Club.
Yeah.
Like over this movie, I was like, I want to go watch Fight Club. Like I almost
I always
if we
want to
weren't
watch Fight
doing
Club.
this, I would have like stopped the movie and gone and watched Fight Club instead
Right.
because I wanted to watch Fight Club.
Yeah, well, that's always the case. Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
fantastic movie.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it is. All right. So, Chris, what did you think?
Sorry, I'm laughing at what JJ said here. He said, we found one happy guy the day Robin Williams died. Of course.
Holy shit!
But too soon, JJ. Too soon.
No, but to be fair, I don't ever think about him. Like when he died, I was just like, oh, that's sad. But
R.I.P..
it's just, how I expected him to go out. I don't know.
That's how you expected him to go out.
No,
Why didn't you try to save him, Matt?
Yeah, Matt.
If you
Matt, if
knew.
you saw this coming, you could have saved Robin Williams'
Yeah,
life,
but
Matt.
they saved us from more
Jeez.
movies from him.
Oh my God.
Ouch.
Yo,
That is dark.
roast
That's
this
darker
today.
than this movie.
in all
Holy
honesty,
shit.
Robin Williams would probably laugh at all of it. He would probably
That's
laugh. He would probably appreciate it. in all
That's
honesty. So, yeah. I mean, his sense of humor is clearly as fucked up as Matt. So,
True.
yes. All right,
Yeah.
so Chris, what did you
Yeah.
think about this movie?
I honestly, I don't know if it was the mindset I was in.
Okay.
But I did not really enjoy this movie.
Yeah.
Okay.
The first half of it, I loathed, actually.
Really?
Again, I don't know if it was the mindset I was in, mood I was in. Maybe I feel like I need to rewatch it
Right.
at a different time just to see if it's something with my mental that was happening. But it was just like so negative
Right.
and like,
And you didn't know what you were getting into, really.
yeah, no, I had no idea. So I would probably give it somewhere. I'm going to give it the benefit of doubt just because I don't trust my own mental capacity to judge it appropriately. Because I'm sure, and the second half was better, and that's what brought it up. I'll probably give it like a 60 even.
Yeah.
But
Or rad still, but right on the cusp.
yeah. I mean, yes. And I'm going to throw out what I relate this to, or what it reminded me of is Blast from the Past.
Oh.
To where Edward Norton is Brandon Fraser's
Yeah.
character, where it's like the super innocent guy, where he has like nothing but positive vibes,
Yeah.
but he's surrounded by fucking the
Greedy-ass
evilest, worst people in the world.
Yeah.
Right.
And, and I enjoy that movie. And I feel like that's why I feel like I should like this movie and I shouldn't judge it so harshly, but it felt like it didn't hit as well with like the humor side of the bad guys. Like they just genuinely felt like bad people. Like, and it wasn't like justifiable or like comedic, or they weren't like goofy in certain ways.
And I think it was supposed to just literally be like a dark commentary on
Yeah.
like, how they view like this is the shit happening behind the scenes
Right.
for like kids TV is like there's shitty people running
Yeah.
and stuff. They're not good fucking people.
or this could also just be a commentary on Hollywood.
Right. Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Because there was a lot of commentary in this movie. And so
Yeah.
that is the thing, is you have to go in knowing that, where it's like, this isn't like a straight comedy. There's little comedy bits, but it's really a lot more of like commentary on the underbelly of, like Matt said, Hollywood and just the entertainment industry.
Yeah.
And then, but we'll get into spoilers in a minute, but like, and where this heads.
Right.
But yeah, so you're currently so, maybe a rewatch.
Yeah, I feel like I need to give it that. Like it deserves a rewatch for me, just to see if it's because of how I was feeling that night. Maybe it was just like hit me different. And now my expectations will obviously be different because I know what to expect. So I probably will like it better.
Dude, I'm in the same boat. I literally told Xena that exact
Oh,
thing.
really?
I was like, I don't know. And like I said earlier, I was so nervous for like Edward Norton's
Yeah.
Right.
character. But now that I know what happened,
Where it goes.
Right.
I'm like, okay, I think I could rewatch this and enjoy it more and listen more to the commentary that's kind of happening.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Then, so this is definitely one of those movies where I kind of like want to rewatch it,
Right.
so that I can understand it more.
And I think is just the type that benefits from repeat viewings as well. Like, it is definitely that type of a movie.
Right.
So I still appreciate it a
Yeah.
lot. And like I said, it blew my mind back in the day just because I didn't know what to expect either.
Right.
And there's this fun kind of almost like a noir undertone, like detective-y kind of.
It's
bit
just
to it.
anything that takes place in New York.
I mean, that is
really.
true.
Well, it was also the camera angles though, because
Right.
it would be like
True.
a shadow-faced
Yeah.
character, and you'd be
Yeah.
like, "Who's this character?"
Right. There was a lot of the movie was shrouded in this kind of comedic mystery that was neat, that I like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like I said, I mean, this is it's in a low most excellent right now on Criticless. We did have some super chats. I did want to pull up really quick. We had Live on Marshmallow saying, "I'm Spinner," and so if you aren't aware of who Spinner is in this movie, it's played by Michael Rispoli. He basically plays a brain dead boxer that
You could just say boxer.
yeah, right. He just plays a boxer. But yeah, this guy doesn't have a lot going on upstairs. So yeah, if that's you, Marshmallows, best of luck.
You were a
All
very
Morrison.
We
All
all
Morrison, exactly.
Great. Very sweet individual. I want to clip that scene where he's like, "Hold on for a minute, I'm going to go take a dump." Like,
That would be fantastic.
Yeah.
That
Especially
is
if
a
anybody
great
has to go.
I actually, funny enough,
You need to poop right now?
No, I need to say
Oh.
this, and he's not watching, so I can say it. Nobody tell him I'm going to do this.
Mm.
So because I'm on Bro Science, I'm a mod for Beardo's channel, but like a mod on what can be shown and have, which X-Wing and I have started saying really stupid shit in the chat under Beardo's name. Like,
Nice.
like yesterday, I just started saying penis. He was like, "Blaine, prove that you can comment." And then I said penis, and I was like, "Beardo, would you quit with saying penis in the chat?" And so, but anyways, Beardo regularly gets accused of going to take shits during his shows, and so if I upload that, we can run it when Beardo disappears about him going to take a shit. So I need to
That
actually
will be
put
fantastic.
That will
You
be
should
pretty
do
great.
that.
I should definitely, so that we can run that on his show and he won't know. It'll be great. So I'm going to do that. Somebody remind me to make sure to clip that and upload it without Beardo knowing. I'll hide it down in the clip so he doesn't know where it is and run that. But yeah, so Life on Marshmallows, $2. Thank you. Much appreciated. I'm Spinner. And then also we got Quagmire saying, "I'm not mad, but that's higher than heavy metal." Yes, a 70% is technically well, I had it at a 70. What
77?
77. So yes, it is technically higher than heavy metal, but that's another thing that I was talking about recently with how I review things is like a lot of people, and I don't know if you guys kind of think this, I think y'all are kind of similar. There are some people who, like, when they look at everything they review, they're like, well, if Jaws is a 50, then it literally means that you think that this is better than Jaws. And it's like, that's not really how I review things, right? Like,
Yeah, same here.
Yeah, everything's not reviewed on the same scale.
Chris, you don't review things.
I mean, that is true, but when he verbalizes it.
That's fair. Yeah. But I do review them in my brain. I just don't review them on a website.
No, I want you to know, Epic Mike, he did shame you the other day when he and I were talking.
As
he
he
said that
should.
you need to start doing reviews in Critical.
Yeah.
He said that
All right.
you should do that.
Right.
So,
I
And
wouldn't
he's
want
a
to.
famous person.
he's
so you gotta listen.
Epic Mike is famous.
Who? Epic Mike?
No, listen, don't pretend like you don't know who he is. He's famous, okay?
I know
And,
Epic
uh,
Mike.
Epic.
It's epic. He's
Mike.
epic.
Yeah. Yeah.
Epic.
I will just want to point out that I'm the only one in this room that has a job.
That's kind of listen.
I just want to throw that out there real
Listen,
quick.
all right, Chris. No, you mean real job, all right?
Yeah.
Real job.
I'm working for the man.
We are working a lot harder with our fake jobs, okay?
Yeah.
Right.
So
My fake job is very hard.
yeah, and listen,
I'm not talking about your penis.
and all right, I like how you consider working for the government a real job.
Well, there's high expectations for me, and I've got to tax the shit out of people, and it's a tough job to do.
That's right.
Somebody's got to do it.
Very
It's me.
tough. Very
Yeah.
tough. So
Or nobody takes taxes, and we're all live a better life.
right.
Right.
Mm.
Could be. We might see. But also, I do want to shout out Chelsea. I saw you pop
we
in
did
here
see
for a
you,
moment.
Chelsea.
If you're still here, hello.
Yeah. Or as some say, Chelsea.
Some
People.
Some rereads.
Say, yeah. No. It's Chelsea. We know it's Chelsea. But yes, so guys, both of y'all, thanks for the twofers. We appreciate it per usual. And just because I can. I just like running that.
But I will say, so kind of on your comment,
Yeah.
that's my thing is like nothing. I don't compare movies to each other normally.
Shut up, Marshmallow.
Excellent point.
Stop saying that.
Most people do.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily. So like you said, like Jaws. Let's say you give Jaws like 50%. Like I'm not comparing things. It's more for me. It comes down to like entertainment level. It really weighs heavily. Yeah, Jaws can technically be a better movie than I don't know, like Pacific Rim. If
Right.
you had it.
If you had to compare it.
Yeah, I had to compare it to something.
Right.
But I get so much more joy out of like Pacific Rim.
Rim.
Pacific Rim rates so much higher than Jaws.
I mean, you heard it from me and Matt
that
both
much
right
better.
now. Pacific Rim is better than Jaws in every
It
way.
is. In every way.
In every way.
It's better than nothing in no ways. Or wait, no, it's better
Yeah,
than
no,
nothing
no.
in every way.
No. The first time.
Double negative. He fucked me again.
No, that's right. So yes, but and yes, I mean obviously because his name came up, we got a Meek tax. That is a epic Mike tax for Twofer. Thank you, much appreciated. Also, everyone shame them. At the end of the show, we are gonna try to send you guys over to. Oh, actually, they might not be streaming yet, but if they are, we're gonna send you over.
Burrito's my new best friend.
Mods,
My
kick him.
new best
Kick him,
friend.
kick him, ban him, kick him,
Hell
kick
yeah,
Burrito,
brother.
get him out of here. We don't like him. But yeah, thanks for the Meek tax. But yeah, we're going to try to send y'all over to Epic Verse if they're streaming when we go live. I've shamed everyone on that panel at this point for not letting us actually go and send you guys over to them because apparently the channel is run by buffoons. But, just like this channel.
Yeah, I was like, we're calling the kettle and the pot. You know?
Yeah.
Mhm.
And Matt doesn't even know the saying. He's like, there's a kettle, there's a pot. They might be black.
That's
I don't know.
Frying pan. I don't know. Stainless steel.
No, I know that's not in this.
Yeah.
I know that's not.
Cast iron. That's what.
Right.
Yeah, it's cast iron.
Yeah.
Right. Also, Chris, I love that you have kept your hair in Fisher Stevens mode this whole time.
Why not?
I really appreciate it.
Thanks.
So, thanks for that. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and move into spoilers for this movie, guys. For those that haven't seen it, we will be giving some spoilers. But this is one of those. Also, there definitely are some spoilers to be had. But this film is also about the ride, I think, too. But,
Yeah.
So yeah,
And it's 23 years old, so
it's old as shit.
Yeah.
So yes, but heading into spoilers. Okay. Yes.
It doesn't matter.
What did?
No, I just or somebody gave me shit, and I just always appreciate
Marshall's
getting
did.
shit.
Everybody's giving you shit. I mean, listen, guys, chat. If there's anybody to give shit on the show, it's Chris. Give
Yeah.
all the shit.
Oh no, I think it was Burrito also. He gave me shit, but then I also just respect his opinions about Pacific
Rim?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's real good.
Yeah. No one respects that opinion.
Always give me shit.
The chat is. Stanley was saying whoa to that because it's a terrible comment. Toby Sarah says kick him. I mean, listen.
There's a hashtag now for it.
Yeah, for all of the members, go ahead and you guys have a Pacific Rim emoji. Just let them see it. Let Chris know.
Give it to 'em.
Let everybody else see that pack rim, baby, because you guys got a special emoji for it in the chat. So yes, so on to spoilers for this. I obviously you guys are gonna. I want to hear y'all talk about it the most. I've seen this before, kind of knew where it was headed, knew what was going on. But what did y'all think about how this played out, where it ended up going, all of that?
Yeah. I mean, the ending is vindicating.
Yeah.
I do like that. I mean, it was still a very much 90s feel to kind of everybody wins that should win in the end, and everybody loses that should lose. So it didn't stray from that. There weren't any surprises really at the end as far as, you know, the bad guys getting away with anything.
Right.
I don't know. It just, like I said, I feel like the way that they portrayed the bad guys was too bad for it to be comedy. I think how they have it listed with those fucking 17 different descriptors, with comedy being the last one.
Okay.
I don't know how to count. I was homeschooled. But I think comedy being the last one is accurate for sure. And dark comedy, it feels like a stretch. It does feel more like a drama
with comedy attached.
Yeah, it's like comedy is the last part. I think I chuckled like twice in this movie.
The dick part.
No.
Yeah, because it was a little disturbing.
Oh, right, because kids.
Yeah.
Not because of that. Because yeah, we joked about dicks when we were fucking 8 years old.
That's true.
And
That's very
younger
true.
probably.
That's
But no, I don't know. It just didn't hit, like the comedy portion of it didn't hit for me as much.
Right.
I would have liked to see more of it. I would have liked this a lot more.
If there was more comedy.
Yes. Yeah.
Right.
It was really well written, I will say. There's a lot of witty banter and you know, one-liners and stuff. I really appreciated that part of it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it just overall, it just didn't do what I wanted it to do. And again,
Right.
I'm checking myself before I wreck myself. I do want to watch it again.
Right.
And I'll probably rate it higher. I'm almost guaranteed that I will.
Right.
But at this point in time, I was a little disappointed in it. And I never really had interest to watch it whenever it first came out.
Yeah.
Like it was always something because I wanted that funny Robin Williams. Like that's who I grew up with.
Yes.
It was the comedy side of him. And,
Yeah.
you know, the more real side of it I wasn't interested in. So,
and that's funny that you say that because Sid had never seen it before either. She kind of sort of watched it with me. She was like working while I was watching it.
Yeah.
She kind of said the same thing. And she was like, "Oh man, I don't think this movie's for me." Like she didn't say it was a bad movie. She's like, "I just really only want to see the good side of Robin Williams. That like I struggle seeing him like this." And I can get that, especially now that he's gone as well, where it's like, because this is a dark Robin Williams. I mean, there's literally a point where he is threatening to off himself and pouring gasoline all over himself and going to light himself in the street. Like, and then to the point at which he gets brought, you know, the little girl like kind of gets his hopes up and then literally he gets let down again instantly. Like, so it's not like, it's just a dark role for Robin Williams. But I think at the end, he really does, they redeem it. Like, and I really love where they took it by the end.
For sure. Yeah. Him like coming out essentially is what happens because like he's always pushing these, you know, like gay comments towards people, like accusing people of being
everybody's gay and you're like, bro, you're gay.
Yeah. I think that was really well done and I appreciate where it ended up. Yeah. So not my favorite. I will rewatch it eventually.
Right. And as Chad's saying also, y'all don't watch Insomnia or 8 Hour Photo. Neither of those.
Okay.
Yeah, because he was tired of being a comedy actor.
Yeah.
A family guy. So he was like, you know, I want to do some serious things. And he went overboard.
Right.
Into this hard,
edgy,
serious, edgy movies.
Yeah. Well, even Patch Adams was a sad movie.
Right.
Like it wasn't just all happy.
Was that the one where he's like a doctor?
Yes.
For terminal kids or he's like a clown?
Mm-hmm.
I saw that once when I was giving blood. Ironically.
Interesting.
How long?
How long did you give blood for? Did you give all your blood?
I was giving doubles. So they basically like take blood and then they like separate it and put it back in.
Oof.
Because
what are they separating? Your cheeks?
No.
Because that's totally different. You went to the wrong doctor.
Wait.
Why are you gay?
It's like the platelets or something like that.
Okay.
I can't remember. They don't like need my blood as much anymore, so they don't do it as much. But
plasma? Maybe you were giving plasma?
No, it wasn't plasma. They literally call it giving doubles.
Everybody's saying you gave plasma.
Giving
they
doubles.
didn't pay me for it.
Maybe you gave free plasma.
I don't know. It was great though, because it feels so cool. Because they take it out and then it goes back in cold, and you're just like, "This is a trippy ass experience."
That would be.
It's pretty cool.
I used to give. I remember I used to give blood too, and at one point I gave like a like a double batch, like not the single one, because I weighed like just enough, and I almost blacked out in the like blood van. It was just like,
See, I've always been big enough where I've never had a problem, but
Right.
I'm a very common blood type, so they don't really like doing doubles of the common because it does take longer.
Mhm.
It's like an hour and a half long process versus like the 45 minutes, whatever.
All right. Well,
Yeah, but
there you go.
no, they didn't go there.
Something was separated.
All right.
That's what Chris is doing.
Yeah. Chris goes for those for fun. So
Yeah, my dentist gives great prostate exams. Yeah.
yeah, but,
You know, sorry.
no, you're good.
Just to speak on that,
Yeah.
you know that I've never given blood?
Really?
Yeah. And I don't even know, because of that, I don't know what my blood type is. No idea. Couldn't tell you.
I've literally been giving blood since I was 18.
Yeah.
I used to. Now I
You
don't.
can give it every like 6 weeks, except if you get like a tattoo, they're like,
Right,
"Oh,
and
your
you
blood
can't for, like, a
could be
year."
poisoned, so you have to wait a year.
Right.
So then I took long breaks, but like I used to give blood all the time.
Very altruistic of you.
So one thing that
Yeah,
I wanted to
might need
say about Death to Smoochy, and I'd kind of alluded to it earlier, was just that I wonder. There's part of me with all the stuff that we're talking about, if part of why, or like. A part of me wonders if this role was very cathartic for Robin Williams, in the fact that this was in the peak of him doing all of the kids movies and all of those things, and he was getting very typecast. And then he does this role that is essentially kind of calling attention to being someone that is associated with a lot of children's things, but actually has a very dark underbelly to them.
Yeah.
But like also with where this character plays out, and it is redeemed, and is like, I'm still a good person, but I also had this other part to me, right? And I wonder if this movie was actually very cathartic for Robin Williams, and him being able to be very dark, but also be this lighthearted, upbeat character that has this underbelly. Like, I just really wonder where this landed. I would be curious. Obviously, we can't now, but I would be very interested to hear Robin Williams talk about this movie now and where it was for him, because I wonder if this was a bit of a passion project for him, and letting all of this out, and kind of a bit of a mirror to him.
Right.
And then maybe this is one of those things where there'll be like, I don't know, documentaries that come out eventually. Maybe
Right.
he
If
has
he talked
notes
about it down the road,
or recordings or something like that, or behind the scenes stuff. Maybe
Right.
that would talk about that, because there are some people that have that kind of stuff documented.
Yeah.
Right.
But I mean, it could have easily been, or was it just another job for him?
Right. Yeah.
We might not know.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm,
There's no one to know.
I'm honestly surprised they haven't done a
Big
documentary
documentary.
for her or for him. Like, because they did Andy Kaufman, and like they have. I feel like there's a lot of these where they go back and do prolific anybody, right? And like Robin Williams, I don't know. Maybe it's just because of the time period that I grew up in, and where he was like pretty much peak comedy for our childhood.
Mhm.
I'm surprised that they haven't done something like that. But maybe one day. I don't know. Maybe it's in poor taste because he committed suicide. But
Yeah, I have no idea. I guess we'll see down the
All right.
road at what comes out, because I'm sure we'll hear more about him and his life and stuff in the years to come.
Yeah.
Sometimes they just wait a while. They're gathering footage, and or family members hold
Well,
stuff
and
in.
sometimes they have to get the approval from
Right.
the family, and maybe
Yeah.
they're like, well, we don't want 10 years
Zelda.
or whatever.
she's
right.
cool. She
Right.
was in a movie that we watched. We reviewed, I think.
Directed the
or
movie.
directed.
Lisa
Thank you.
Frankenstein.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Wow, look at you. Big brain over there. Holy
I
moly.
remember things sometimes.
Good. Good.
I'm going to call myself out here. I literally, up until this moment, I was trying to remember his daughter's name, and I kept calling her Link. I was like, it's something like
Right.
It's, Link
It's like it's so
Williams.
close
Like,
to Link.
It is.
No,
such
it's
an
Zelda.
interesting thing that like he literally named his daughter after Zelda. Like that's super cool. Also, like I can't
Yeah, for
imagine
real.
being a Zelda fan. That's just cool.
Yeah.
So.
Can't imagine being a Zelda fan.
Well, no,
You
I
don't like
can't
Zelda?
imagine Robin Williams. Like,
Oh, oh, sorry.
Imagine
Yes.
Robin
Gotcha.
Williams playing Zelda. Like, that's wild.
Right.
That's a
That'd be a
cool
good time.
thought, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, if he was still alive, he could like voice some of these new games that he's got coming out.
I
That'd be
know.
fun.
I know. It is a huge loss
Yeah.
for everyone except for Matt.
Yeah.
But I do. It's been cool doing his movies for the past 2 weeks. But I do want to bring up y'all's reviews really quick. I like I said, this is going to be a shorter show than usual, just simply because we're going to see Running Man. But I did want to bring up, because all of y'all dropped your reviews, which is great.
Oh,
I did
thank
want to
you.
refresh. We're at an 80% now. I figured it would go down a little bit. My review probably brought it down a hair. But yes, so we got Chelsea. She dropped hers, gave it a 75%. What a crazy, ridiculous yet funny movie. I'm glad that you dug it, and I think that there are probably a lot of y'all out here that are this was the first time watching it, because this one really did go under the radar.
Yeah.
And it was also critic hated, which was kind of a double whammy. So,
Right.
you know, there's that playing into it as well. But so Chelsea gave it a 75%. I do want to make y'all's reviews. Oh, too big. I want to make y'all's reviews bigger, but yeah, she gave it a 75%. And Xena gave it a 70%. I don't know, Matt, if you want to embellish. She made hers kind of a spoiler review.
I don't know.
So y'all hadn't talked about it really
We
yet.
we watched it last night. We talked about it a little bit, but
Right.
like we didn't go into like in-depth thoughts, and then we went to bed right after the movie. So
Right. Well, she says it made her miss Steve from Blue's Clues the whole time. So, and talking about Edward Norton, who definitely did do a great job in this movie. But Probably Toxic gave it a 74 as well. And said, I'm not sure if I got used to how unhinged this movie was. But yes, it is very, very unhinged. You have to be just
well,
on
that was
board for
so like one thing that bothered me in this movie was just how Robin Williams just kept popping up. Like he just kept he would just be on set, or like he wasn't like blacklisted from like showing up to the studio,
Right.
the apartment complex, or they didn't put like a bodyguard on Smoochy after the first
Right.
thing, and I just kept being like, why does this keep happening?
Right.
It was something that pulled me out of the movie.
Okay.
I just kept being like, why does this keep happening? Why are the execs not like, hey, this is our new golden boy, we need to protect him?
Well, it seemed like they hated him, though. That's the whole thing. I think that was the reason, it was the execs that wanted him dead.
I didn't get no. I'm talking about like the lead execs, all the old white men that sat at the table. They literally never like had a bad will against him. They were just like, get someone in here who's gonna.
They were making them money, so they
Right.
should want to protect to back up Matt's
Right.
point.
There was some of it that we didn't know, because technically the mob was like running it, or the one guy that we were talking
Right.
about.
Well,
So
they
it's
were
like,
running like the side thing that was for the ice shows and things like that. I mean, that's a whole
Right.
side thing, but that doesn't explain how Robin Williams.
Right, snuck in. Which,
And that was like maybe the first time, he's worked out a long time. He knows like the backdoor way to
Right,
get in.
right.
But then he kept doing it.
doing
And I was
crazy
just like,
shit.
what the hell?
What-
What?
what-
And they kept letting him out of jail.
Right,
Like he
Yeah.
was arrested for fraud,
right.
and they were just like, yeah, let him out of jail. Oh, he just assaulted people, let him out of jail. Oh, he just kidnapped a person, let him out of jail.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, it reminded me of pre 9/11 security is what it was,
Right.
Because it was like you can just get into a fucking movie set and just walk on stage, nobody asks any questions. You can get into a fucking the production company's suites and get up into somebody's. It was so lax.
It really was.
It was like it was the golden years of where people just intrinsically trusted other
Right.
people, and they didn't have to have fucking metal detectors and bad scanners and all this stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know if that's true for the time. I think it was just a little overdone for how easily he was able to get into secure places, but
right.
yeah,
There are
it's
some of those
wild.
moments where they do ask you to suspend a little bit of disbelief,
Right.
like because Robin Williams is just going.
Oh, I mean, just constantly.
Right.
It's like every time Robin Williams showed up after like the first like 20 minutes, you're like, suspend suspend all your beliefs.
Yeah.
Believe in nothing.
Yeah.
It's literally
chaos.
zero security
Yeah.
across the board for
Even though they had him show up on set waving, yelling about dicks
Right.
and rocket ships.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like,
Great. That's
And it's just a little slap on the wrist, and you get your face put on the newspaper, but you're just walking around, living
and
your
it was
life.
hilarious, but I'm just like, you can't tell me like they
Right.
wouldn't have done a little more to prevent something happening.
Right.
right. Yeah. Robin Williams got away with a little bit too much in this movie for sure. So Diecast Matt gave it a 95% and said, "Listen, Sheldon, I'm not proud of it, but there was a time in my life when I was a bit of a kiddie host groupie, and it's because we find out later in the movie that Nora basically bones all of the kids host
Yeah.
guys. So
She's the type.
Right. Trash Gamer gave it a 65%. And we got Candyman here, who gave it a 84% and said an underappreciated dark comedy. Completely agree. I think it is underappreciated, regardless of where you sit at. Now, this movie won't be some people's vibe, without a doubt. There will be some people that just, like, for example, I always think about like movies like this. Like, my parents hate shit like this.
Oh yeah,
They hate it.
my
Like,
parents would hate it too.
like a lot of boomers hate this kind of stuff. The dark comedy, for whatever reason, does not vibe with the boom booms. They
And
don't.
see, I love dark comedy.
Right,
Like,
same.
That's great.
I prefer it.
It's my branch of comedy.
For me too, it's like stoner comedy or dark comedy. It's pretty much those two. Because I definitely don't like whatever kind of comedy it is that's like, I guess maybe slapstick stuff like The Airplane and Naked Gun and all those movies.
I love that
you
shit.
get so much shit for your Jaws,
Right.
but people have wildly forgotten about. And you and I align,
Right.
Which is even funny.
It is
You
funny.
and I align
We
when
do.
it comes to like
Those kind
Airplane.
of comedies. Yeah.
And honestly, Jaws too. Like Jaws is good. I'd give it a rad, I guess, over a decent. But like those kind of comedies,
Yeah.
are mid.
They're just not funny.
They're not funny.
It's just lame.
I will point out that you're agreeing with Matt.
I
on
know,
the
I know.
comedy.
It makes
So,
me feel
yeah.
dirty. But Quagmire agrees with me as well. So that's all that matters.
There it is. That's
Wow.
right.
Yeah, Sex Drive is also a great movie. But yes, so continuing on here, Maester P gave it a 75%. Not sure. I think I saw him in the chat earlier as well. Said he just finished it and was talking about what a wild ride it is. And so glad you dug it, dude. And I'm glad that this was easily accessible for everybody. I keep trying to find ones that are easy to find. For the Users gave a very good review. Gave it a 75% and gave the song "My Stepdad's Not Mean, He's Just Adjusting." This song is fantastic.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah, it's so.
And it's
so
accurate. It's great. It hits all the right points.
It really does.
Yeah.
It really does. And then at the end, they're just like, and if he really hits you,
if he
call
abuses you or your mom, you know what number to call.
Yep.
Which is fantastic. And there should be stuff like that in these kids.
100%.
Right. And Scavola gave it an 80% as well. Robin Williams was a national treasure, and we miss him for sure, unless you're Matt and you're just a heartless bastard.
Then you're just aloof whenever you find out that he dies.
right. You're like,
Just
who died?
unaffected.
Yeah, totally unaffected. Life on Marshmallows gave it a 67% as well, and said it's a tongue-in-cheek glimpse behind the curtain. Totally agree. Bob Rogers gave it a 70%. His review is really good, and he basically breaks down how he was like, I didn't really totally vibe with this movie, but like I absolutely appreciate it for what it is.
Yeah,
which is a good review, and I like that kind of a take on things too. My Dixie gave it a 74%. My Dixie can be very particular, so I love to see it, dude. Glad you enjoyed this as well. This does seem to be an overall just like for people. It's like this is a rad movie. And that's kind of the great thing about having our scale with rads, where it's like it doesn't. Every movie doesn't have to be most excellent. Like rad movies can be memorable and interesting and whatever, and still like be good. But it doesn't. Everything doesn't have to be most excellent. So
100%.
I appreciate that. Normie also gave it a 76%, and incredibly bizarre. Completely agree. But stellar performances by Norton and Robin Williams. Also agree there. Jake Blueblaze in the chat said Dark Comedy Gold. He was one of those that was super excited about us reviewing this and was really ready for it. And then we get into some of the older reviews too, and all of these are quite high. We got a 92, a 90 by Jim Bear, and TG giving it a 92 as well. So these guys obviously hopped in and reviewed it early on in their
And see, those are the kind of people that are like, this is one of my favorite movies, or a movie I like to come back to.
Right.
And I could see like rewatching this movie and being like, yes, I now get this movie and I really appreciate this movie. So, I mean, I could see becoming somebody like that if this was more of my kind of movie.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
It's not.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is a very interesting film, to say the least. And we've got a super from Quagmire. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate it. Said, to analyze, how do you three feel about Just Go With It? Are you talking about the comedy film starring Adam Sandler, Just Go With It?
I had to look it up. I'm assuming that's
And
what
Jennifer
you're talking
Aniston.
about, because I've literally never heard of this movie.
Do remember?
I remember
I'm pretty sure I watched it.
Right.
My recollection of it is zero. I don't know anything about it.
Right.
I can't remember a thing, but I'm fairly certain that I did watch it. So I would have to rewatch it to give you an answer to that. Sorry.
Right. Yeah. I don't. These I can go either way, especially on the later era of Adam Sandler comedies, especially in these years. I'm typically like a so-so. Some of them I don't like very much. Some of them I think are okay. This isn't my typical kind of comedy. It depends. I'd have to go back and see it as well. I don't really remember it well enough. So, but yeah, and it sounds like Gary Banjo actually just ended up finishing watching this. So I'm curious to see what you think about it as well.
That's
Banjo.
random.
So Yeah.
Yeah.
Not that movie. I think he's talking about.
Oh, about our movie. I thought, man, you just finished watching this random movie that I've never even heard
The
of.
Winkadink.
Which he's also on that European time. You know, he's out there in the UK. So, yeah, I will see if when you drop your review for this as well, Banjo. But yeah, so this movie was fun. I'm glad everybody got to check it out. I'm glad we got to do it. And I do want to pull up really quick just before we're kind of shoving off and everything.
While you're pulling that up,
Yes.
I do want to say I do like how this movie ends.
Okay.
I like that this movie. I like the setup for this movie. I like how they were like, the opening scene is like Smoochy being murdered,
Right.
right? And then as you're going, like you have the whole mindset of, oh no, he's gonna get murdered.
Right.
We have these gangsters and these mobster kind of people. We have the Irish mob backing him. Which is okay. And he has his gun, he's got the range and all that stuff. And then 2/3 the way in, you see it's not Smoochy getting murdered. It's
His buddy.
Skinner.
Yeah.
You see that and you're like, oh man, that sucks. 'Cause Skinner was cool because he was like that lovable like guy.
Right.
Innocent.
And then you kind of see how this last act goes. I really appreciate the kind of like the wholesome story to it.
Right.
Yeah.
There, because it's like this weird dark comedy, but it also is a wholesome story, which is really why I appreciate it and would rewatch.
Well, and you don't really expect for this movie to go wholesome. Like you don't see it going that direction in the slightest.
I don't even know that wholesome is the right word for it. It's more so just like vindicated. Is just like things turned out the way that people want it to turn out. The bad guys lose and the good guys win. Wholesome though, I mean, I guess.
You don't think it was wholesome, like the final thing?
The happy dance and they're buddies again, and this really did tie things up in a nice little bow at the end.
Oh, that very end. Yeah,
I mean, because that's the thing.
Okay.
Is that by the time you get to the very end,
yeah.
This movie ends in a very happy, kind of surprisingly happy way.
Sure.
So I did appreciate that, and I thought that was really cool. So one thing I was mentioning a minute ago, I did want to talk about is obviously we have our next week's movie. I was debating on running a really quick, what do we call it?
Poll.
In YouTube about what to do next. Matt had mentioned the A-Team.
Oh yeah.
That was one. My wife had actually mentioned Dreamcatcher.
I don't think I've ever seen that.
You've never seen Dreamcatcher. Holy crap.
I don't think so.
And another one that was on my mind was Small Soldiers.
Bruh, that movie.
Blast from the past.
Yeah.
So there are these three movies that I am tossing around. Small Soldiers has a 51% on Rotten Tomatoes. Dreamcatcher has a 27%. A-Team, I did not put what it has, but I know that it was criticated as well.
Whatever I said in the comment. It's in the comments.
Yeah. So y'all can let us know down in the chat what you're thinking. We could do any of these three. We could even run it in the Criticless cast group within the app as well. But I could go ahead technically and run a poll if y'all want me to run a poll. What do you guys think? Y'all want to run a poll?
I mean, we got plenty of time.
We got time.
Yeah, why not run a poll?
So yeah, all right. Well, I'll go ahead and run a poll then if it will let me. Let's see.
I mean, just seeing Butterfly Effect on there though, I want to watch Butterfly Effect, and I might just watch that on my own.
Let me see.
For funsies. Because
most of these movies are things I've seen like once. A-Team I watched recently.
Yeah.
But the other things like Small Soldiers, I used to have a video game.
Oh,
a
heck
Small
yeah.
Soldier video game. And I was like, this is pretty cool. I don't remember the movie though.
Right.
Yeah.
At all. So
I do. I remember the ending.
Oh really?
Yep. I do.
See,
and I'm not going to spoil
it. I don't remember basically anything about that movie. Butterfly Effect I saw once. I was like, this is crazy.
Dude, it is.
It was one of those like movies you see in high school that like blow your mind because your mind's not
fully developed.
Yeah, my caveman mind doesn't understand these things. And then what was the third movie we were talking about?
It was Dreamcatcher.
Dreamcatcher.
Yep.
That's I think I've seen that once because that's a Stephen King, isn't it?
Yes, it is Stephen King technically, and then the A-Team as well.
Team. I bet it's the A-Team. I'd watch that shit again.
Yeah, and didn't you fairly recently watch it?
Yeah, that's how I found out. Put it on the list.
Okay,
I watched it and I was like, I have a feeling. Looked it up and my feeling was.
You're
right.
like, sure enough,
hated it.
Yep, sure enough, the critics hated it.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah,
I can see that.
I do really want to see Butterfly Effect again. It wasn't streaming anywhere, so that's why I didn't add it.
See,
you got A-Team on there twice.
Point. A-Team's on Netflix.
A-Team is easy to see. So yes, I'm glad Chris caught. I was about to mess up the poll.
Yeah.
But yeah, why does it keep? Okay.
Small soldiers.
Why is it not copy and pasting, Chris?
Well,
Why is
because your fingers aren't working right. Control C. Control V.
There it goes.
Hey.
All right. So, anyways, we're starting the poll here in the chat, guys. So all these are up. Yeah, Small Soldiers is on Paramount Plus. I wanted to get ones that were easy to get.
And Dreamcatcher is on Tubi.
And Dreamcatcher is on Tubi. So all three of these are easy to see. I'm about to sneeze, so feel free to talk.
God bless you.
Yeah.
Stare into the sun.
It's not working.
I know. No, that is working.
Ruined it.
Exactly.
It did work.
Yeah.
All right, so we got the poll up in there, guys. That took me a minute, but I got it. So I am curious to see how this shakes out. It looks like right now Small Soldiers is in the lead. Y'all, everybody make sure, if you're in the chat, even if you're a lurker or lingerer, make sure to give your vote. Small Soldiers, we got a tie right now. So it looks like right now nobody's voting for Dreamcatcher.
Zero.
Nobody wants to see Dreamcatcher. I think it is great.
I'm going to vote for Dreamcatcher.
Blaine literally overrides everybody.
Right.
Like, Dreamcatcher and happen to win somehow.
We're doing Dreamcatcher. Yeah. So, wait, we got a Dreamcatcher pop.
Hell yeah.
You guys are starting to do
I
it.
bet that was Sid.
Yeah, it may very well might.
Somebody just like emotionally gave you the one.
Right.
Like Blaine needs.
They felt bad. Blaine, we need to vote for Blaine. That's what it is. So
I want to watch Dreamcatcher because I've never seen it. I've seen the other two.
That's wow.
Well, Stephen King. Think about my childhood.
Which it isn't right. That is very true because it's not really a horror specific movie exactly.
Yeah.
No, it's more of like a thriller. Zena and I watched it, I don't know, 7 or 8 years ago, and I kind of remember it a little bit.
It actually has like some Stand By Me vibes in there. It's about childhood friends.
Well, and that's the thing is like Stephen King isn't necessarily a full-time horror writer.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Most of his things aren't necessarily horror movies. Because like
I agree.
Movie, The Running Man, not a horror movie.
Right.
Yeah.
And like The Long Walk, which came out a month ago.
Yeah.
Not a horror movie necessarily. Dystopian thriller, yes.
Right.
So
all right, guys, we've got a tie here still. A-Team and Small Soldiers is tied. And we got to hurry up and get to the Running Man. So let's go ahead and let's see it here, guys.
Yeah.
All right, A-Team's pulling ahead, guys. All right, so if you have a very specific opinion and you have not voted yet, throw us a vote in here, and we'll call it in just a minute or so. So
yeah,
I'm game for any of these, honestly, because I want to see all of them. A-Team is a little bit easier to access. So, and I've been wanting to watch it lately. I loved it when I saw it in theaters. It was
a fun movie. Yeah, it's a fun movie.
So, yeah. All right. Well, as of right now, we'll go ahead. I'll let it run until the end of the show. But we're going to go ahead and do our send-off songs. So actually what I need to do is do this. All right. So, send-off songs, guys. What do y'all sending the songs off with? What do you want to recommend for everybody in the chat? So,
me?
You got a song?
Or Matt?
Or Chris?
yes.
Go ahead.
I have one. So it's a relatively small band.
Okay.
The song is called Bliss in 7 languages, and it's called I Promised the World is the band.
Okay.
And it is self-described as emo metal. Bluegrass metal.
Okay.
Nice.
And it's hard to describe it any other way besides bluegrass metal.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I would be down with that.
It's like twangy, but also a lot of screaming. So, and once again, that song is called Bliss in 7 languages by I Promised the World. They're young dudes, like, I guess they're like maybe high schoolers or fresh out of high schoolers. Love to see these kind of bands pop up.
Right.
So
nice.
That's what I got.
I like it.
Heck yeah.
All right. And Chris, what you got?
I have a song by Tops, Tops, and the song is called Wheels at Night.
Nice.
Strong female lead singer, and it's a very 80s vibe. Just a vibe for 80s. If you dig it, you dig it.
Sick.
Yeah.
Nice. All right. Well, and I will send you guys off with someone that we have recommended. We talk about a lot on this show is a new Paul Cawthon song because he just dropped a new song.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, for you guys to check out. This song is called "By You, By You." So the word "by you" and then
yeah.
BYYOU. So
Aw,
yeah,
cute.
it's probably an homage to his wife for sure. And he actually just announced he's having a kid. So,
Nice.
so yeah, but this is Paul Cawthon. We're big fans of Paul around here. And so definitely go check this out. It's kind of a country, that's his style, but he's a little different. He's almost got like retro Elvis-y vibes to how he sings and his performances and stuff. But
Yeah.
Paul's great. I love him. And so
Yes.
yeah, this is By You. It's a great song. So go check that out. It literally just dropped this past week. And it does look like we are ending the poll. And what it has landed on is A-Team. So yes, next week
Wow.
we're going to be reviewing the A-Team. So excited about that. Everybody make sure to check it out. I think everybody said it was on Netflix, correct?
Yep, it's on
So,
Netflix.
Yeah, we'll be reviewing that next week. So we'll get all your reviews in for that. And I think that is going to be it, guys. Now, I am going to send you over to the homie Sevi's channel. She is doing video games, very different thing. But go tell her hello. Go check out her stuff. She's on Monday Hangover, so she's one of the Monday Hangover crew. So let her just know that we said hey, and she'll be playing some video games. But check out her stream and what she's talking about right now. She actually talks about legal stuff as well, which is pretty cool.
Huh.
So, yeah.
She's
I don't
attorney, lawyer,
she's law
related with
I don't
law.
know what she does exactly. So yeah, I don't know if she works in law to some degree.
Gotcha.
So, yeah. But and Jeremy, you made it, buddy. What's up? You made it right here at the end. What's
Hell
going
yeah.
on, homie? And to everybody else, what's up? And to everybody that has hopped in late, how are you doing? You're late, but for next week, we are doing the A-Team, and we are going right now to go see The Running Man. And if I can wrangle these guys for even just like 3 whole minutes, I might do an out of the theater reaction from the 3 of us that we will post on the channel. So we never get to do those. It's been a while since we've seen something in the theater together. So we'll do a
Has been.
yeah, we'll do a very quick out of the theater reaction, and then I will hopefully be dropping a full review on Criticless not on Criticless, but on this YouTube channel tomorrow. But everybody, take it easy. We are bailing out of here. This has been a lot of fun, and we will keep you posted on The Running Man. But later.
Later, guys.
Peace.